Hey, how's it going? My name's Jib, and today I bring you somebody special. Because today I bring you the greatest Autobot ever, Thunderclash. But before we begin, consider liking, subscribing, and commenting if you like what I do. Alright, so this version of Thunderclash is a direct translation of his appearance in IDW's Transformers More Than Meets the Eye, which once again, I urge you to go read it alongside the entirety of the IDW 2005 continuity, because it's still worth it, trust me. Anyways, the second we're introduced to Thunderclash in the comics, we are immediately thrown into a massive glazing competition with everybody talking about how great of an Autobot he is. And when I say everybody, I mean everybody. Like for example, characters like the Great Ultra Magnus aren't exempt from admiring the greatness of Thunderclash. Because even the leader of the Autobots himself, Optimus Prime, has been caught glazing Thunderclash. And for good reason. It's said that Thunderclash helped Ratchet pass his medical exams, as well as this one time where Optimus Prime entrusted Thunderclash with the Matrix of Leadership while he was on sabbatical leave. And even when he came back, the Matrix had to be surgically removed because Thunderclash was that worthy. Oh, and I'm not even gonna mention the amount of times Megatron himself tried to kill Thunderclash because of how much of a threat he posed to the Decepticon cause. Cause in summary, Thunderclash in the comics truly is the greatest Autobot ever. But enough glazing, cause here is not IDW Thunderclash from Mastermind Creations' reformatted line. May it rest in peace, allegedly. Or not? And starting off with the painting and sculpting on the figure, you're either gonna love or hate this color scheme of creamy white, disgusting mustard yellow, purple, turquoise, and maroon red with accents of silver here and there. But whether you love or hate this color scheme, you can't deny MMC knocked it out of the park with the paint, because objectively speaking, this guy does look ugly to the average man. But ladies and gentlemen, I am no average man, for I'm a severely artistic Transformers fan, so I love how this walking orgy of colors looks. But what I might love more than the paint might be this figure's sculpt, which captures the look from the comics beautifully in both robot mode and vehicle mode, for better or for worse. Cause while the figure might look amazing from the front and the sides, the back does suffer because of the super accurate vehicle mode, which I can honestly kinda forgive. Because if you haven't noticed it already, this mold was originally the mold used for their Tarn. So looking at them side by side, it's genuinely impressive how different these two look after an extensive retooling on the back, the chest, and especially the shoulders, where they straight up just ditched the ball joints in favor of universals. And it definitely fixes the issues I had with Tarn's shoulders, because Thunderclash here now looks a lot more natural while posing. But before we get into more of the articulation, how about some size comparisons? Cause here he is with my last view / custom Cyclonus. And thanks to everyone who watched this. Don't know why this got so many views. Don't think I did anything special in this one, but thanks, and welcome to any new viewers. Anyways, Flame Toys Leo Prime, my custom Desperado, a custom Galvatron you can definitely expect a video for. Some other of my IDW figures which, like, share, comment, and subscribe if you want to see me review them. And last but not least, Mastermind Creations Tarn, where once again, it's wild to see them and know they're using the same mold. But at the same time, it is kind of ironic to see the greatest Autobot ever be mold mates with one of the worst Decepticons ever. Okay, while these guys look nothing alike, their articulation is still practically the same. Because Thunderclash also has a ball-jointed head connected to a hinge, shoulders that are now unlimited universals this time around and do look a lot nicer when posing. Also, the shoulder pads hinge mainly because of the transformation, but they can do that. Bicep swivel, double-jointed elbows, ball joints at the wrist as well as pinned fingers, ab crunch and waist swivel, ratcheted universals only for the front and back but not for the beautiful spread. Thigh swivel, double-jointed knees that have more range unlocked when moving these pieces to the side, which might be more comic accurate having them out, but I prefer them to stay hidden. And last but not least, a pivot and tilt at two sections of the foot. Like Tarn, Thunderclash here poses like a champ and looks much better than Tarn doing it, because of those fixed shoulders that really do make a difference in my opinion, even if they do sacrifice a bit of the articulation. But now, it's time to make that shit show of a backpack shine. But before that, you gotta remove these pieces, which are the only accessories it comes with, and do have to parts form, which to some is a negative. But not to me, cause I'm a grown-ass man that doesn't let insignificant little things like parts forming bother me. Okay, but what does kind of bother me is the fact that while the transformation is practically the same as Tarn, the new steps involving the backpack for some reason aren't operating on the same level of quality as the rest of the figure and end up not tabbing in the best. But it's all easily ignorable once you have him transformed because this is one badass pile of wheels, and might I add, extremely accurate too. Cause considering Thunderclash in the comics was shown off in his alt mode quite a lot, especially during the time he was on life support. So there's definitely plenty of reference material to draw comparison at. Cause looking at the art and the figures side by side, it certainly makes the backpack look a bit more forgivable. Cause like the robot mode, MMC knocked it out of the park, turning what was once a slick Cybertronian tank thing into something that kinda reminds me of the Batmobile from The Dark Knight Returns, except with the color palette of a Denny's crayon set. For once again, I can't stress enough how different these guys look. Cause those newly added tires alongside the extreme retooling with the obvious difference of the new color palette have me really impressed with how much they changed the look and feel of the figure. Cause in conclusion, while this version of Thunderclash may not be the greatest figure ever, see what I did there? I'm sorry. He's definitely a figure that'll shine in any collection, whether you want him to or not, cause you can't hide greatness. So if you find this guy by any chance for a reasonable price, I totally recommend him. Anyways, thanks for watching. Okay, so this one took me a while to make. Sorry about that. I just got a little bit of writer's block, and if you haven't noticed it, I got new background music, so that's something. Otherwise, I got some custom showcases to do, and some maybe custom tutorial videos where I just go step by step and show off my process. Otherwise, you can go follow me on my Instagram or my Twitter, where I say things that I'll most likely regret in 3 to 5 years. Anyways, thanks for watching.